Right, giving these parts a clean up. No major restoration, just scrub down, wash out, blow through. They're all looking alright. Pretty sure it's going to run. Let's pop it back together. So, use plenty of oil. Get it all over everything. Crankshaft in the back. Let's pop the piston down. And we had a mark on the front. Which was the oil ring hole on the front. Just need some little pliers. This will just help me place it on to the back of the rod. It's a little bit fiddly. I'm being careful not to grip hard and cause any scratches. Just to get that over. A bit more oil. Give it a gentle turn. Right, put the sleeve in now. Remember it had this locating pin on the front, which corresponds here. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot my own advice. Let's oil this up. Just carefully line that up. Push that down. And that's going to run fine. Rear pin, back plate, line up that notch with the crankshaft. Yep, it's on. There we got that. Just check it's all turning alright. Yep. Get some screws out. Pop this collar back on the front. Line these up. You don't over tighten any of these screws, just a firm twist. You don't want to crank on them and strip threads or damage the hexes. Firm twist is plenty of torque enough. Alright. Nice popping sound. Right cylinder head. Now you line up the big grooves, which is the airflow cutouts. Can you see through it that way? If it was 180 degrees, there wouldn't be a way for air to flow through it. And they actually noticeably cool better if this is in the direction of the vehicle. So if it's a transverse mounted engine, you want that gap facing forward, and if it's longitudinal mounted engine, you want the gap facing forward in line with the way the engine's mounted. This was from a MTA4, so it actually was transverse mounted, so put it in that way. Don't tighten them up all the way down, just get them just till you feel a bit of friction on them and they're getting to the bottom of the seat, and then go to the opposite one. If you tighten them fully in all the way, you can get the cylinder head not sitting straight. I can feel resistance on this one, so even that one, I'm going to loosen it back off. Wiggle it a bit, because we want it to be completely flat when it sits down. So it has to be nice and even, the tightening sequence. So a little, starting to get to the bottom there, go back to the cross, right, and then it's much more likely to be flat now. And one of the ways you can tell that is the others will go smoothly in. So this one's going down very smoothly, just finger tight, light finger tight. We're just getting it seated flat, and at the end we'll torque them. See, finger tight. Seem to have lost one. You get the idea, it screws in. Finger tight. Right, then I'll go back and do a tightening sequence. So I'm going to start here, more of a hand tight now, hand tight, crossover, hand tight, crossover, hand tight, hand tight, and then this one which we've got missing for a second. Then you can go back again and maybe give it, just test that they are actually still tight and fully seated and haven't developed any looseness to them. But they're all good, and that's because we did that seating process at the beginning to make sure it's down 100% flat. Right. Good. These two washers either side of the needle housing. You might want to apply thread lock to these pieces. Slide this in. Just oil it in it. This groove is for the idle screw, throttle stop screw. So that's at the bottom. Turn it round. This is your idle throttle stop screw. That pin goes into that groove that we just saw. So you might have to gently feel with your fingers that that actually has gone in place. You can feel that it hasn't. I'm going to just turn it slightly. Yeah, located in it.